Hey guys, what is going on? RedMaster here, and welcome back to an episode of Cards and Castles Hidden Combos, where today we are looking at a deck that I kind of fleshed out from the idea given to me by another player involving Face of the Dragon. He originally had a different concept for it, which I might dive into later, but I instead decided to take it and morph it into a slightly, different idea with some of the same elements behind it. It involves Face of the Dragon and Dragons, so for those of you who are looking for a dragon deck here on the channel, this is, of course, going to be one of them. There are more, I think, coming down the line eventually. I have some things that I kind of want to flesh out in more detail. Again, going to give me some time there. But overall, dragon users, if you guys want to take a look, it's a pretty interesting dragon deck. Capitalizes on some of the aspects of green and purple that are going around at the moment. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into the deck list for... I haven't even really named this deck yet. I want to call them Dragon Wizards. I'm gonna go ahead with Dragon Wizards. Let's go ahead and take a look at Dragon Wizards. That is a name that I just came up with on the spot. Let's hope it doesn't backfire on me. I have no idea. Alright, so here is our deck list for the Dragon Wizards. Now, the idea behind this deck is pretty straightforward. Keeping your dragons alive here in the forms of Shadow Drake, Green Drake, Stone Drake, and Faithful Drake to pull off a pretty big Face of the Dragon buff onto what you can be, a big unit like Ranger or Mordok, or a range unit like Cannoneer or Wizard. And the idea is to create this really big, powerful unit that could potentially, instantly finish the game, depending on where you are in said game. Of course, there aren't really a lot of elements that are too different from other decks here. You got the armories and fat bards for global buffs. You have the hovel for good, for just having that element in there, or hovel and lumberjack kind of cards that you need when playing any deck in these colors. Then you have Southport Elvis Thief. Ramp here is pretty important. You want to get your big guys out a little earlier on into the match to give yourself room in order to build up your dragons and subsequently Face of the Dragon. So having the ramp, I would say, is pretty important. Then you got, of course, some other general things in here that are probably going to be pretty useful. Robins for more ramp, execution for hard removal. Panda I find useful here. He can, of course, get rid of 2 units on the board. So if you're in a tough spot, I don't really play Panda too often. For those of you who probably know me, I haven't found like the emphasis to put Panda into the deck, but I feel like he might work here. I might swap him out though. We'll see. I haven't really gotten a lot of him in too many matches, so we'll see if that comes up today. And then Koru. Koru's probably a big one. In order to go with the Dwarven Scopes that I have in this deck here, which, of course, kind of just throwing again like in any pirate deck, Koru is especially going to be useful. And, of course, he is another valid target to receive the Face of Dragon buff, making him an even scarier scoped Koru in a way like that. So, just the reason he's in here is just because he's a really powerful, really dangerous ninja unit that you can probably safely throw into nearly any ninja deck, I think, if it runs scope or if it, just has an open slot. Koru is definitely an interesting choice to throw in there. But other than that, I do want to mention a quick con of the deck through a couple of play tests with it. I don't normally do this for decks like this, but when I went through playtesting this a couple of times, I did notice that the hand does die out pretty quickly in this deck because you're trying to get a lot of resources out, and it kind of does lack the draw power to make sure your hand is at a pretty healthy area. I did have the idea of potentially swapping out Panda for something that gives me some draw, so cards like Shaman, maybe Swiftness. Let me just see here. What are the options for draw in these colors? I don't remember off the top of my head. I mean, I have Lumberjack, obviously. Swiftness, Onslaught, Shaman, probably the good ones, right? Infiltrate, maybe, if I absolutely need it, maybe, but I don't think so. And again, this is why I was talking about potentially swapping out Panda with cards like Swiftness and Shaman giving me draw. I, do need to clear up some space if I decide I, desperately need it. At the time, I think I'm okay, but, if you playtest it yourself and see that you guys don't like the lack of draw within the deck, definitely go ahead, feel free to swap in Onslaught, Swiftness, or Shaman, whichever one that you might have at the time. for the Panda and see if that works out better for you. But enough of me chatting about the deck. Let's go ahead and jump right into some gameplay of it. Show you guys how this deck works in one-on-one combat, mano y mano. Alright, so for our match here, apparently we just want to take all the Faithful Drakes, which I'm fine with, to start off anyway. They're decent bodies, and we can actually bring out a Koru later on in the game, so it's going to be like a faithful Koru. Brilliant lineup there. I mean, in reality, we probably should be protecting our Drakes more, but, you know, I'm going to see where this goes. It could be very interesting. We will see. So our opponent is apparently deciding to run Crusader Viking. So we'll see where that goes. I'm thinking maybe another Dragon deck. Potentially. He's gonna skip his turn, so we're gonna bring out one of our three faithfuls here to kind of see where this goes. We do have Southport now, so we could probably get some ramp going if we decide that we need it. Same with Dread Pirate, again, providing more ramp possibilities here. He's going to leave his castle open on his third turn. Not really a good sign on his part, but we're just going to kind of go with it, see where we go. Let's bring up a Southport Captain. We could perhaps next turn coin out a Northlands Ranger turn 4 if we have the opportunity to. Anything on turn 4, perhaps? We have 3 past turns. Anything for turn 4? Yes? No? Dragon Knight. Alright. Dragon Knight gonna do a decent job in only taking out the Faithful Drake. He's sacrificing his Knight and weakening his current Faithful on this board to do so. We'll see if he actually goes through with it. It's another question. So yeah, Faithful's gonna have to kill off that. Perfect. Alright. Alright, so let me actually go ahead, coin out the Northlands Ranger. We're still going to do that plan. Instead, though, we're going to hit the Faithful Drake, not the castle. I do want this Northlands Ranger to kind of be healthy, be alive, and whatnot. And, you know, a 2-1 Southport isn't... It's still as powerful as a 2-3. You're still dealing about 4 damage with the Southport. So we'll see if that can kick in anytime soon. Meanwhile, we do have Korus lined up on deck to kind of follow suit. Shaman going to draw a card for him. Of course, that's going to be a clean trade with our Southport. And then we just have this Ranger, which is going to smack face. 7 damage, going to bring the game to 20 to 11. Alright, not bad, not bad. Panda, don't need you yet, so let's go ahead and move up a Koru. I think we can probably push lethal here at this point. If he can't remove the Ranger, or if he can't kill the Koru, that'll be game, I think. 7-5, yeah, that's 12. I think 12 damage, right? Yeah. So we are pushing lethal here. Guardian, okay. He has a chance. He could probably buff it with a blacksmith, push it forward all the way. Minor upgrade, alright. Will he send for the Hail Mary? Will he find the Koru? He's gotta push up to find the Koru. Filthy Peasant. I don't think so. Unless he's blocking all fronts, which, again, that could work for him. He could avoid one more turn. Well, I do have the Panda anyway. Oh, heal. Alright, so he is still alive, but by a slim margin. Alright, then. I can respect that. Alright, so if we are going to play it like that, Panda comes out, bounces both of these units. Bop. Bop. Koru's not going to go back into stealth. We'll push the Panda up. Hopefully... I don't think he can remove this Ranger. I'm going to be completely honest. Unless he decides to bring out the Ice Drake, which frees the Ranger, and then maybe kills off with a Guardian and Peasant combination here. I don't think that he can prevent this lethal. That's the only thing that he could probably do in these 2 colors that I could see working out for him. Ice Drake temporarily frees the Ranger off, preventing him from attacking, killing off the Koru with a combination of Guardian and Peasant with the remaining gold, leaving Panda with 2-2 that hits face for 2 and not 3, so he would still be alive technically for 1 turn. But I don't know how much it's going to do for him. And not to mention we have things like Koru, Shadow Drake, again, lined up. I do want to hopefully... Okay, nope, I guess not. We'll do one more game to kind of go along with that. I feel like that was just kind of a... That was an iffy game. I mean, not so much iffy, but more like there wasn't really a lot going on in that match. Let's go ahead and jump into our second match here and see if we can, you know, further demonstrate what this deck can offer. Alright, so match number 2 here, we do have the Face of the Dragon in hand. Unfortunately, we don't really have the right tools to use it yet, so we're going to go ahead and swap out Hovel, Thief, very good cards to kind of work together well in the opening game here. He does have Viking, so we should be careful about potential chain. I don't think we'll be at an issue, though. We'll see. Only time will really tell. Salahar Rider going to start us off. Let's be a little risky here and go with the Hovel. We'll let him take some damage and see where that goes to. There's no point really wasting a Thief just yet when you could potentially counter this with something as simple as a Hovel. If he has a chain for it, though, that might be a little iffy. RedMaster is going to prove otherwise. So we'll take 3 instead of 2. That's completely fine. Considering that we can just do this. So Rat trades with the Salahar Rider here. 2 damage potentially on Castle or Hovel. Going to be the Hovel. And then we'll throw out a Thief to defend against the Ramorous to make for a better block here. Because now we can trade with the Ramorous easily, and then we can continue to spawn rats a bit. Although it depends on what he does for his next move. He could have some... Oh, Pulverize. In all honesty, I was not expecting Pulverize to be the card he goes to. Yeah, no, not what I was thinking. I'm going to go ahead and set up with a Thief and another Hovel. The Hovel is going to be pretty safe at this point from the chain if I put it down here rather than behind the castle. And then we'll meanwhile advance another Thief to get some more treasure going. Perhaps pull off the early Ranger. We'll see. Metal, Blacksmith. He probably going to... he probably just has better value if he played Blacksmith than Ramorous, but I guess it wasn't in his favor. We'll do this. Set up a Shadow Drake for now. Put a rat down here, and then potentially what we can do, Shadow Drake, again, plus face, 4/4, making this into an 8/8, potentially. We'll see. He has no idea where our Shadow Drake is, although he might be able to trade with this Shaman. Let's see. If I can get another... I do want to take the trade and then set up with the Ranger. I think that's the better play to make right now. I do want to draw some smaller Drakes, potentially, or at least more in general. Beastmaster going to be the card that comes out. Bear and Bear Hog. Alright, that's fair. The Bear Hog could do some damage on these rats, which looks like it's going to be the path he takes. Will he hit the Ranger, though, is the question? Or will he just kill off the Shadow Drake for a better, safer trade? And then leave the bear. Nope, he takes the rat. Alright, not what I was thinking of. And now you're still dealing with the Shadow Drake. I guess he saves the bear for that. It's fine. And then Beastmaster defends up there. He does have Vikings, so the Mystic Journey potential is real there. Let's go ahead and do this. And let's just do this. I have another Ranger, so we could protect our... We could safely do a scoped Shadow Drake next turn, and then we'll see what he does. He can easily trade the Beastmaster right now into this Ranger to clear off Northlands, and then throw out something new to deal with the whatever else. Or no, the Ranger. To deal with the Ranger. Blech. He can throw out whatever else he wants in order to deal with the Ranger. That's the idea I was trying to get out there. But we'll see what he does. Another Bear Hog, so not gonna... Okay, Ludicrous Strength. That makes sense. Not gonna trade evenly, though, into... or, I mean, it will trade, but not in more of his favor. So, Ludicrous Strength, pretty wasted there, but I think now by looking at it, he wanted to get the protection for Beastmaster. Let's go ahead and throw out our scope here onto the Ranger, kill off the Beastmaster without dealing any damage to ourselves, and then follow up with a flying Shadow Drake, which has flying. I think that's what I was trying to go for. So that way we can prep for potential Faith of the Dragon next play. I do want to see another Drake in my hand before I play this, though. But we'll see if we can even draw it. There's a pretty rough chance that we will, but we'll see. Centaur comes out onto the board. That's 4, so not enough to take out the Ranger yet, and he's wasted half his gold in doing that. Even if we were to play out another Centaur, it would not do too well, so we'll just have to see what he does. He has a Blacksmith still, which is rocking in the back there, but Centaur goes into our Ranger, followed up by another Centaur. So, ooh. He probably could have lunged out and taken out the hovels, in all honesty. That way he puts a little bit of pressure on me to kind of go back and deal with the Centaur. But no, he's going to go head on here. Damn it. We didn't get another dragon, which is fine. We'll instead, oh, okay, do that. Not what I was going for, but you know what, that's fine. I forgot he has scope, so sometimes the auto-pathing is like, you don't get a choice, but that's fine. We'll throw Dread Pirate out. I want to see if I can get, another Drake or so in my hand before I really end off the game. I could have reinforced the Ranger here with Face, but all honesty, I think that would have given it just a +2/+2. Which is, not really a huge gain for 3 gold, or for 4 gold, excuse me. And in come the Wolves. Fantastic. None of them are going to really be able to do a whole lot, if I remember correctly, right? One of them could trade into the rat down there. It wouldn't be a huge loss. Yeah. And he moves 1 to defend. We could give our Robins Faith the Dragons here, to that way he can survive the next wolf attack. Let's see if I can draw... I could draw Panda. You know what? Let's go ahead and play Panda. Let's see, Bop. We'll put both wolves, actually, which is good. Yeah, let's look for a shot there, I would say. And then move him down here. Move these guys around a little bit. One wolf, honestly, is going to trade in. I want to draw another dragon before I really end this game. So, if I can, maybe. Let's see. Wolf. Throw out the second wolf, or throw out any beast that you have to gain some value off this wolf. There's one. There's the other wolf, per se. Is there another beast in hand? Ludicrous strength. Alrighty. Please don't trade that into Robins, because there would be little to no point. Trade the weaker one, so you can keep the 6/6. Yep, there you go. Makes it a 7/7. I was about to say, he opened up there, which could be the game ender, but then he covered it with Blacksmith, so good on him. There's what I'm looking for, another Drake. That way we can give him this, right? Yup, there we go. And then, is this enough? Can we actually put our entire board? Oh, we don't even have to put our entire board into this, which is good. We can do that. And we do have to hope for another Drake to pop out, of course, but that's alright. We still have this 8/9 encroaching on his face with 2 cards left. I think we are in a pretty good place, I think, for this game moving forward. But, I mean, Green Drake was, one of the Drakes we didn't want to pull there. Maybe Stone would have been better, but it's alright. There is a Fenrir. Can't really reach anything. He's going to throw it out to block. Alright, putting Trap on as well. In all honesty, that trap could just be simply... Let me go ahead and see what it is. Oh, it's the Seed of Regrowth. Alright. Not what I was originally thinking. So, let me do this. Let me do that. Let's move this around. And then let's get defensive with our Koru. Yeah. We'll play defensive with the Koru. We do need a scope for that. And as you can see, one of the cons that I mentioned earlier, the deck is coming out at this time. We're not really getting a lot of draw power into our hands, so we are limited by the cards that we are able to use. And you can see how quickly my hand depletes, which is alright. I feel like that problem can be solved eventually, but as of now, this is just kind of the testing the waters, if so to speak. Ugh. Alright. Let's see here. Bop. And then we can do this. Ready? We can bop there. Move him around. We could be aggressive here and trade into the Spiny, and then move these 2 rats aggressively. If he can't find this Koru, it's game over. Let's see if he can. Big question of the day here. If he has a Beastmaster, that could potentially find, oh, Spiny. Alright. Oh, he found it. Does he have a buff for it? Battle ready? Oh, not enough. Not enough. Alright, man. Well, that's Yep, that's a little unfortunate there, but we are able to pick up the victory, and I think complete both of our quests, right? Yeah. All right. Cool. So 60, no, 70 silver and 2 packs. Beautiful job there. And yeah, that's gonna be it for our gameplay demonstration of it. Of course, not really the showcase that I wanted to show, but just a little piece of this deck in action. Uh, that you. I want to say that did kind of more focus on Koru as an aspect of the deck rather than Face the Dragon. But you did see Face come out. You did see the Green Drake become a lot more of a scarier unit with that out, forcing him to use more cards to trade into that Green Drake. And if I had more like the Faithful Drakes that we had in that first game, if I were to have those plus Face the Dragon, again, that would have been an even better showcase of it. We would have gained at least 6/6 in stats and powered up in even a big unit like the Ranger. Pretty much game over unless they have Mercenary Execution, lying in wait. But overall, not bad of a showcase for the deck, I would say. So, job well done. And with that being said, guys, that's going to do it for this edition of Cards and Castles Hidden Combos. Let me know what you guys think of the deck by leaving your thoughts down in the comment section below. And while you're down there, be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Or if you are new to the channel, help show you how to by clicking that subscribe button. No additional cost to you. And hey, if you want to enable notifications, that's a cool thing to do too. Hit that bell, like all the other YouTubers tell you to do. You don't have to from mine, but you know what? You do what you want to do. You make that choice. You do you. So. I think I blanked out there for a second. That's not going to be it for me for now. So, until next time, guys. See, I got to pick it up myself where I left off. Until next time, stay gaming.